Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. I have another scent, and this has been a scent note I've been slightly obsessed with for a while. I mean, more than a year. Like, there are a couple scents in here that I just absolutely love, and I've been kind of obsessed with them. This is the note of pear. Before I start, let me know what your favorite pear scents are. Write them down below. Let me know. I need some more authentic pear scents. These are pear scents where pear is a prominent note. You know, there's a lot of scents I feel that you get them and they say they have that scent note in them and you're like, I don't really get that. So with this series, I wanted to talk about scents where you can really smell that note. And yeah, pear, we have to talk about pear and the different facets of pear. If you haven't already subscribed, please do consider subscribing and don't forget to like this video as well. It really does help out small YouTubers like myself, and I am trying to get to 2,500. I know that's like not a huge goal, but that's where my goal is by the end of the year. So please and share this if you enjoyed it. Okay, so I have 5 fragrances that have a prominent pear note, and let me know what you think about them as well as we're going here. We're going to start with one that's probably pretty obvious. This is Clean Reserve Radiant Nectar. I just have the 1 ounce side. I guess this is a 1.7 ounce actually. I got this as a gift set because I find this scent, the only way I get the pear is if I really overspray it. It is definitely a pear scent. It smells like you've just cut open a pear, and they're not like the juicy Harry and David pears, you know, the ones that have like the liquid that drips just down. These are a little bit more reserved pears. They're sweet, but they don't have that juiciness. They're just a little dry, but not overly dry. It's a pretty scent. I do like it. I wish it was a little bit more of that juicy pear. I think I would enjoy it even more. I had to pull up the notes. So our notes on this are pear and ambrette. Middle notes are tobacco blossom, orris, and carrot seeds. Base notes are musk, ambroxan, and white cedar extract. And maybe some of those notes are contributing to it feeling a little bit more, like, less juicy. I think it gets a little more juicy as you wear it. But this is one that you definitely have to really overspray to get, I feel, the full effect of it. You know, I've had travel sizes of it, and if I just put a couple sprays on, I was like, I don't get the hype of this. But when I put the entire vial of the travel spray, you know, like the trial, that's when I finally got, I was like, oh, this is pear. This is nice. I do like this. But I had to use an entire 2 mils of it to get that scent. So it is nice. It does definitely smell like pear. I just wish it was a little bit more. Just a little bit more. This next one is unfortunately discontinued, and you probably can find it on the black market, but don't like spend a lot of money because Zara fragrances are absolutely insane. I think it's funny that 2 of my pear scents have these wooden caps. This is a Mochi Atelier in Tokyo, and this is pear, rice, and sandalwood. Not a lot of scent notes going on, but the rice definitely gives it a different feeling than a lot of my other scents. I do think, I've never had Mochi, full disclosure. I've seen it. I'm always like, oh, that looks interesting. And then I'm like, do I want to spend, like, because I see them in the grocery store and I'm like, do I really want to, like, are they good? Is grocery store Mochi good? I feel like I need to go to a restaurant that like makes it or something. Anyway, I've seen it and I feel like this probably smells like Mochi because it smells slightly artificial. And I feel like everything that I've seen, it's like, it's not a photorealistic pear scent, if that makes sense. It has a little artificialness to it. I love the rice note in this because it just makes it kind of creamy and so different than anything else that I have in my collection. I feel like this is very calming and very just mellow, which I think also fits with the Asian type, the nod to Asia with the Mochi Atelier in Tokyo. So yes, it's interesting. let me know if you've had Mochi, if what it tastes like, and if you trust grocery store Mochi. Like, I know they have it at Whole Foods and stuff. I've seen it, but I'm like, do I want to spend that much money when I know that I can go get like the fruit tart that is going to be delicious? I know. I'm not a gambler. That's just who I am. I like sherbets. This next one is probably my favorite pear scent. I know that this, like, the dent does not look very big in it, but I swear I wear this all the time. I really love this. This is Juliette Has a Gun Pear Ink. This is my favorite Juliette Has a Gun scent. And I wear this a lot. Like, this is a great winter and spring scent to me. Even fall, I will wear this to work because I feel like it's unassuming but also just has that sweetness and just makes me feel like it gives that feeling to me. So to me, this is an authentic type of a pear scent, like Clean Reserve, but it's a little different than Radiant Nectar in that it feels a little bit more dry, and it has like a little bit of muskiness with it as well. Let me give you the notes. So our top note is pear, middle note is ambroxan, and base notes are ambresque and ambretolide, which I'm assuming is a synthetic note. So if I told you that this one was verging on like slightly juicy pear, this is definitely a dry pear. Like, we have cut that pear up, and it's almost like like my grandpa used to dehydrate pears, and I almost get that, like, the essence when you put the dehydrated pears in your mouth. My grandpa's dehydrated fruits were not like the ones that you buy in the store, which are usually like kind of squishy and they're soft and they're lovely. His was like he dried them. They were hard, or they were leather. He was a doctor, so he was very germ aware, and he wanted to make sure nothing was going to be living on those fruits. And I kind of get that essence from this, and I think that's part of the reason why I love this so much. And but it does have that muskiness to it as well. So the driest of pears, but definitely a pear scent. And I love this one. I wear this a lot. I know I say that I wear perfumes a lot, but this one I actually do wear a lot. Even this one I've worn quite a bit for me, you know. This one might be the most famous pear scent on the market right now. This is La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Yes, I've worn this one quite a bit. I could wear this one more probably, but part of this is this. I do not find this a work-friendly scent. Like, I can't imagine if I wore this to teach and my students were like, wow, you smell like syrup. Because this really has a syrupy quality to it. I don't necessarily know if I would recognize this as a pear, but I love it. And there's a fruitiness to it, but it's a very syrupiness to it. And I think that must be what pear is when you syrupify it. If that makes sense. I just made up words. Our top notes are pear and bergamot. I think that's helping with it. Middle notes are floral notes and leather. Base notes are vanilla, vetiver, amber, and musk. So the bergamot is probably helping it a little bit. But it has a syrupy, rich, almost thick quality to it. It's absolutely lovely. It is a lot though. So if you do not like beast mode, if you do not like strong scents, if you do not like really syrupy scents, this is not a scent for you. All of the other ones are much more reserved and kind of mellow. Mochi is probably the least mellow after this, but the other ones are all mellow scents. This one is loud. This one is in your face. This one is delicious. Like, I could see myself drinking this, the scent of it, not the actual thing. But if you created a drink that tasted like this smelled, it would be so good because it has a little tartness to it, but It is very, that vanilla in there. I want to spray this all over me. I will wear this in the heat. I will wear this absolutely year round. I know it's too much for a lot of people, but sorry, got distracted. Almost just literal squirrel, but it was a chipmunk. It was about this big and just so cute. Just came out of the bushes right in front of the window. And so, yeah. Anyway, I love Belle. It is absolutely amazing. I think it is so good. They do carry this at Also Now and Macy's, so you can get your hands on it. You don't have to be like me who ordered it out of Canada and then like a month later it finally came to the States. But yes, this was one that was a blind buy. Well, not quite a blind buy. Joss sent me a decant of it and I will be forever grateful about that. This one, so good. The last scent I want to talk about today is Terra de Gioia by Giorgio Armani. This one looks like I haven't used a lot, but I had several sample sizes of this that I've been using. So I was like, wait, I have all these samples. I should use them instead of just, I mean, I am passing some of them along, but if they're ones I really like, they're nice for travel or just, I don't know. Sometimes I leave my full-size bottles at my parents' of scents that I really like and just take a whole bunch of trial sizes if I have them. Okay, so Terra de Gioia has a lot of scent notes in it. It's by Giorgio Armani, by the way. I should probably have said that. Top notes are pear, mandarin orange, and bergamot. Middle notes are almond blossom and jasmine. Base notes are amberwood and musk. I think I definitely get that almond blossom with this one because this is probably the most florally of all of the scents. And after smelling all of those other pears, I have completely lost the pear note in this one. We're going to try to oversaturate and see if I can get that pear note. Because normally when I wear this, I do get the pear note, but right now I'm not getting it. I think I should have saved Belle for last. Kind of burnt out my sniffer. So I do get a little bit of the pear, but I'm getting a lot more of the florals and it smells arid to me, like it has a dryness to it. I know I've said that before, but it has a dryness to it. It doesn't smell like a juicy or a very floral scent, but I do get that it has some fruit in it. Right now it is disappointing me compared to these other fragrances. But I wanted to go through and tell you like what I feel is the most pear to the least pear. So right now I'm going to put Terra de Gioia as my least pear. And normally I do get a pretty good pear note to it, but with a lot of other things, it has a pear note, but it's not a pear perfume. Like the other ones I feel are very much more a pear perfume. So we're going to put that one in last place. Then I'm going to put Belle. Just because this is such a different pear. It's a very syrupy pear. And if you're looking for a fresh pear, this is definitely not that type. So we have this one. Then we're going with Mochi, Atelier, and Tokyo. And this one I'm doing in the middle because it does have that pear, but it's almost artificial type pear. And the rice is pretty prominent as well. So it's not quite as photorealistic, and I feel like my top two have the most photorealistic pear scent to them. So you could say that these are almost tied, but I'm going to say that Pear Ink is just a little bit more photorealistic and more peary than Clean Reserve. And the reason I'm going to say that is this one is sweeter, and I feel like you don't always get a lot of sweet pears. Pears. I was like, wait, what fruit am I doing? Sweet pears, they're not always super juicy and sweet. A lot of the times they're a little bit drier and they're still pleasant, but they're not tart by any means, but they don't have like a sugariness to it. And I feel like this just has a little bit more sugariness to it. So they're pretty equal, but I'm going to edge this one out just a little bit. Juliette has a gun. All right, let me know what pear scents I left out. What would you add to this list? Let me know how you're doing as well. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.